Yo, what's going on, guys? It is JD here, back with another episode of the I Rate Your Squad series. On to episode 18 now, I believe, which is hard to believe. Like, we've got through these so quickly because you guys support them so much, and yeah, really appreciative of that. And again, the tweet I put out on Monday, as we always do every Monday, guys, on my Twitter, which is on the screen right there, JD_crossover. Every Monday I'll put out a tweet asking you guys to send in your squads, along with how much MD you have and the positions or position that you want to improve. And as you can see there, again, over 150 replies. Bruh, you guys are a madness. So thank you guys so much for sending in, every single one of you. Thank you so much for sending your squads in. And as usual, we've got 12 squads to get through here today in this first episode. Then we'll have another episode coming out over the weekend, and we'll get through another 12 people. So before we jump into it, of course, a massive shout out to the MVPs and the GOATs of the channel. For the MVPs, we've got Heisenberg, Panda, Amru, Todd, Lou, Harry, Will, Harko, Patrick, Cole, Hakeem, and Safe. And then the GOATs, we've got Ice Cream, Eric, Jason, Cody, and Z. And if you guys want to get involved as well and help support the channel, there's a join button down below. If not, the top line of the description will show you how it is done. Okay, let's jump into it for today. So first off, we have got Lucas, who says, "This is my current squad. I love Turner, Miles, and Lance, and I think you criminally underrate this Kobe." Which Kobe? Oh no, he's got the pink diamond Kobe. No, I don't underrate that card. I don't like Isaac Bonga, so a replacement wouldn't go amiss as would a replacement for Rick Fox. I have 65k and obviously can improve anywhere. Thanks for the help. So, I definitely do not underrate this Kobe card. This Kobe card is real bad. Is real bad. Lance Stevenson is, of course, fantastic. Really good budget card. You don't like Isaac Bonga, which is a strange one because I don't think I've ever heard anyone say they don't like him because he's 6'8", such a presence on the defensive end. Or is he 6'9"? I don't know, but he's pretty big nonetheless. Good shooting, nice jump shot, great driving. The card could do everything for his price. He's one of the best well-rounded cards in the game. In terms of actual improvements to this squad, I'd say Jared Dudley probably needs to go. Get yourself Pink Diamond Larry Johnson in his place because Larry Johnson is also nice and cheap. For the shooting guard position, whether it be for Lance or for Kobe, get rid of Kobe would be my advice. Put Lance down to the bench, and then at the starting shooting guard position, you can bring in the pink diamond Gerald Green, who's nice and cheap, or Andrew Wiggins, or Dale Ellis. All of those guys as pink diamonds are really cheap and will be a massive improvement. Off the bench, Joe Chi is fine. Rick Fox, again, you can probably do with upgrading him. Just get a Diamond Joe Smith if you don't want to spend too much MT. A Diamond Joe Smith will come in and still be a nice little improvement over him. Steph Curry could get upgraded a little bit. Maybe just get a George Hill or someone in there. Because at least George Hill can dunk a little bit, whereas that Steph can't. And then Caron Butler is okay. Again, if you don't want to spend MT, then he's fine. But if you do want to spend a little bit of MT, then just get yourself like a Diamond Gerald Wallace or someone like that who can come in and do a really solid job. But yeah, in terms of actual rating for that squad, obviously it's not the most powerful squad in the world. It's got that Kobe, which brings it down quite a lot. We'll go with a 6 out of 10 to begin with. Next up, we have got my guy Ice Cream, of course, one of the GOATs of the channel. And he says, Vlade, Melo, and Rozier are fillers. Melo for Bird, Vlade for Gasol, and I don't know about Rozier just yet. Including Sims, I'll have around 1 million MT because of the token packs. Just need a point guard. Love the vids. I'm going to get Kevin McHale and move Rocco to the small forward and bringing in Pierce for Joe. So this squad is going to change a significant amount over the next couple of days. So point guard is going to be the main position that you're going to want to improve. Now, I know you've already had the pink diamond Giannis, which I would recommend, but I know you don't like him. So next port of call is going to be Galaxy Opal Magic Johnson. Try Magic Johnson out. If you don't vibe with him, then try Galaxy Opal Ben Simmons. If you don't vibe with him, then what's wrong with you? You know, I'm playing. But if you don't like Magic, Simmons, or Giannis, then 3 of the best point guards in the game. So you're bound to like one of them. So definitely go for those. As for your center position, you do say that you are bringing in Gasol, and then off the bench you're going to have the Vlade, which again I don't think is a good idea. So get yourself Eddie Curry for that backup center position, just for a little bit more of a well-rounded outfit rather than Vlade Divac. So with the amendments that you've got there, with Kevin McHale coming in, Paul Pierce coming in, and Melo coming in, or Gasol coming in, sorry, it's going to be a nice team. But obviously I don't want to give that a rating just yet, because I can't picture that in my mind just yet. But next time, send it in, buddy, and I'll give you a rating. Next up, we have got Finbar, who says, this is it now. This is my squad now. I have 150k and Lamar Odom, wondering if I should sell him or keep him and take Kobe out of the squad. I need Lucas for Rudy, and I run Bucks or Heat playbook and run Hawks freelance and 5 out. Would appreciate any tips or suggestions. Thank you. So it's a ridiculous team, guys. Absolutely ridiculous. Giannis, Glenn Rice, AK, Kevin McHale, Embiid. Wow, you did Kevin McHale fast. We've also got Magic Johnson, Kobe, DeRozan, Spicy P down there, and Hakeem as well. If you've got Lamar Odom, like he's obviously not in this squad right here, he would be an improvement over Andrei Kirilenko, but is he worth the extra like 200k that he costs over Andrei Kirilenko? Probably not. So yeah, I would say just go ahead and sell off that Lamar Odom, get your MT back up a little bit because you're down to 150k at the moment, and then just enjoy this team. The team is absolutely ridiculous. I can't think of any places to recommend improvements on, realistically. The team is so good. We'll give that one a 9.5 out of 10. Wow. Fantastic squad. Absolutely fantastic. Next up, we've got Bailey, who says, I'm a no money spent and I started in March. I have 70k now and would like to upgrade Gilbert, Sigma, and maybe Batum. So we've got Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, Cam Reddish, LA, Hakeem, and then off the bench, Agent Zero, Walter Davis, Nick Batum, Michael Beasley, and Jack Sigma. So yes, we can definitely improve that bench a little bit. Now, Isaac Bonga realistically is about the only point guard you'll be able to afford who would be, arguably an improvement, which is crazy to say, but it's the height thing. 6'3" of Gilbert Arenas against Isaac Bonga. Height wins games in Unlimited this year. It just is the meta. So Isaac Bonga could come in. Sigma again. I don't think you can make too many improvements with that much of MT. Maybe a Pink Diamond David Robinson or Miles Turner. Maybe give those two guys a go and see if you prefer them to Jack Sigma. You probably will, to be fair. They probably will be a better option than Jack Sigma. And then as for Nick Batum, you can get yourself a nice little Pink Diamond for that position. Again, like I said earlier, a Pink Diamond Darius Miles, there we go, or a Larry Johnson. They can come in there and they can do a fantastic job and will be an improvement over Nick Batum. But not a bad little squad right there. We'll give that one a 7 out of 10 from me. Next up, we have got Glenn. Hey, JD, I need a backup centre, and I'm willing to spend about 130k on him. Any suggestions on who? So, we've got Wes Unseld, Glenn Rice, James Worthy, Jeff Green, and Eddie Curry. Really, really solid starting lineup, that's for sure. And off the bench, Dwayne Wade, Joe Caldwell, Wilson Chandler. Ben Wallace, I'll probably say sell off Ben Wallace. You don't really need to have him in there. There are better options. Again, just straight swap, get him out, bring Darius Miles in, and you'll save yourself quite a bit of MT. And then the backup centre position, you've got 234,000 MT to play with. I don't know exactly his price right now, but I think Galaxy Opal Kareem is coming down to around that price. If you want to splash all of your MT out, which I can see that you don't really want to do, but that might be an option. Other than that, in terms of like cheap good centres, you're looking at Pink Diamond, Rick Smits, David Robinson, Miles Turner. They're about the only good ones that are out there at the moment. Eddie Curry is definitely in a league of his own in terms of really, really powerful budget centres. But really nice team right there. We'll give that one an 8.5 out of 10. Next up, we have got Sammy. I like to run through my point guard and peak, use Caldwell and Michael Porter Jr. for secondary ball handling, and my centres for defence and setting big bodies. I use my last two players for 3 and D. If it's a problem, I run through one of my players between my 2, 3 and 4 and run 2018 Hawks freelance. I'm extremely happy with my team, but I'm looking for a backup small forward who's as good defensively as Ben Wallace, and same with my backup shooting guard, but can peak like Caldwell. I'm willing to spend all my MT, but prefer to wait and to see the new content. I'm trying to save up for Tatum instead of Caldwell because Tatum can be a primary ball handler like him, but is overall better, especially on defense. And then a little update right here. I've got Siakam for Wallace and Embiid for Bosch. Okay, so we've got Embiid in here for Bosch, which I would say is an improvement, and then Siakam for Wallace, which again I would say is a big improvement. So with that, I think this team is really, really strong. You still got the Dwayne Wade and the Joe Caldwell for the peaking abilities. Off the bench, J.R. Smith and Joe Caldwell together as a duo, I don't think it's the most strong thing in the world. I'd probably say get rid of Joe Smith, bring in Wes Unseld or Draymond Green, just for that big body, that defensive presence, and then you can keep Joe Caldwell there for your peak shooting. So you got Spicy P, Dave Cowens, and Eddie Curry, that's absolutely fine. And then starting 5 of DeMar DeRozan, Michael Porter Jr., Josh Smith, and Embiid. I think that's absolutely fine. That is a really, really strong squad, Sammy. And like I said, just get going on that grind for Larry Bird and then bring in those Opals who can make a difference in this squad. It's going to get a really solid rating. That's going to be a 8.5 or a 9 out of 10. because that was a really, really good squad. Next up, we've got Lucas. Hey, JD. At the moment, I have around 200k MD, and I'm looking to replace Darius Miles because I really don't like his release. Also, a backup center to replace the horrible Garnett card. Yes, I agree. Keep up the great vids. Also, put Joe Caldwell into the squad. This photo came before he was out. My guy, Lucas. Thank you so much for sending it in. So, we do have Joe Caldwell in this squad. I assume he's replaced the Diamond Dwayne Wade, or he's put Diamond Dwayne Wade at the 1, and then Joe Caldwell at the 2, which is what I would recommend just off rip here. You don't really like Darius Miles' release, which is an interesting one, because I don't know many people that don't like his release. Most people seem to really, really like him. If you've got around 200k MT, you can afford someone like a Galaxy Opal Spicy P. He's about 130 to 150k right now, which really is not that bad. Really is not that bad. So that's a potential to think about if you want to spend quite a lot on one player, because the rest of your pink diamonds are really strong. Wes Unseld, Michael Redd, Jeff Green, Eddie Curry, Larry Johnson, really, really strong. KG definitely needs some work. And again, it's going to have to be out of the pool of the pink diamond ones. So Rick Smits, David Robinson, Miles Turner. Give them a go. See which one you prefer the most. And then get rid of that KG card. But really strong little team right there. Very nice players. We'll give that one an 8 out of 10. Very solid indeed. Next up, we have got Joseph Chadder. I hope. Been loving the streams. I just subbed. Hey, my guy. I have 800k and I'm looking to upgrade my bench and starting point guard and shooting guard. Willing to sell anybody. Don't really have a playstyle, but like to shoot threes mainly. So Lance Stevenson, Chris Mullin, and then off the bench, Isaac Bonga and Walter Davis. So, well, like that, Lance Stevenson is a great card. He's probably not the best value card in the game. So I'll probably say get that Lance Stevenson sold. Bring in Pink Diamond West unsold. He'll be a big upgrade. Chris Mullin, he's just not good, is he? He's just not good. You can get Galaxy Opal George Gervin for like 40k, and he'll come in and be a nice little improvement over that position anyway. And if you're not fussed about having an undersized point guard, well, he's not even undersized, but you can bring in the Galaxy Opal Gary Payton, who's also not too expensive. So a couple of Galaxy Opal options right there in Gary Payton and George Gervin, just because they are so cheap. But you got 800k, so you can splash out a bit more than that if you like to. You can get yourself a Galaxy Opal Magic for not too expensive right now. Wilt Chamberlain, Kristaps, Andre, absolutely fine. Wilt's not the best, but he's also not the worst, and I know a lot of people do really, really enjoy him. I love the 3 little dunkers on the end of the bench right there. Well, obviously not Muggsy, but Spud Webb and Nate Robinson, fantastic. Dino Raja, backup centre, is nice. I can't believe I haven't recommended him to people along the way. I'm sorry, Dino Raja, I forgot about you. If anybody who had the teams earlier was looking for a centre, Pink Diamond Dino Raja's a guy, and I'm sorry that I forgot about him. My bad. Terry Cummings isn't the best in the world, so he could definitely do with an upgrade, and then Walter Davis is okay, but also not the best at this point in the game. So, again, shooting guard, you can splash out a little bit. Get yourself a Galaxy Opal Clay. He's a very, very strong card. A little bit of a slow release, but other than that, a very, very strong card. But yeah, not a bad little team right there. Not a bad little team at all. We'll give that one another sort of like 8.5 out of 10. Next up, we have got JD, another JD, who says, hey, big fan, my guy. I have around 250k MT and some investments that I could sell off for about 30,000 MT. I'm thinking about selling Larry Keenan and also want to upgrade my center. My playstyle is like a 3-point hunt and all my players should have range. Any suggestions are welcome. So thank you so much, JD. Appreciate that. Wes Unseld, Eddie Jones, Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward's a nice little card that came out. Larry Keenan as well. Wow, you went hard on those throwback moments cards. Miles Turner, and then off the bench, D. Wade, Joe Caldwell. So a lot of peaking off the bench right there. Wilson Chandler, AK, and Jack Sigma. So center position, yes, definitely needs an upgrade. Eddie Curry and Dino Raja, bring both of those in, and you'll be absolutely set. As for the Galaxy Opal, Larry Keenan at the power forward position, yeah, maybe not the strongest card. Sell him, bring in Siakam, and you'll be absolutely set. Off the bench, Dwayne Wade and Joe Caldwell might be a little bit undersized, so you might need to get a little bit more of a defensive presence in there. So maybe get in a Galaxy Opal Draymond, but for the time being, that's very, very offensive, so you're looking good for that 3-point hunting. And yeah, not a bad team at all. We'll give that one an 8.5 out of 10. Next up, we have got Arwin with a ridiculous squad. Any good centre except for Shaq. I always pick and roll and pick and pop. Look at that team. MJ, Glenn, Rudy Gay, AD, Hakeem, and then Ben Simmons, PG, Lamar Odom, Jerry Lucas, and Wilt the Stilt down there. So Wilt really is not the best centre in the game, is he, by far? I would say get Kareem, but of course we know that he should be getting a new card coming out on, tomorrow. Tomorrow as I'm recording this. So we should be getting a new Kareem tomorrow, and he's probably going to be the best centre in the game. If you can't afford that set, though, because I don't think you're going to be able to with $500,000, I would say just go ahead and buy the other Galaxy Opal Kareem from the buzzer beater set, because he is still much better than Wilt Chamberlain, in my opinion. Still one of the best centers in the game. So get yourself Galaxy Opal Kareem. Other than that, the team is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, he's going to get a 9.8, 9.9 out of 10. Crazy good team. Next up, we've got Spicy P, or Siakam himself. Hey, JD, started 2 months ago, no money spent. Need to improve my backup guard because Chapman is too small, and have around 25k to do so. So you run with Rex Chapman, then Dwayne Wade, then Gerald Green, Scalabrine, and Miles Turner. Put them in order. How can you have your bench out of order, man? How do you live? How do you sleep at night? I'm only playing. I would say just get yourself Amethyst Isaac Bonga. You've got 25k empty. It's about the best improvement that you're going to be able to make with that price. Then you can have Bonga, Dwayne Wade, keep Gerald Green, Scalabrine, and then Miles Turner at the center position. Not much else you can really do with that amount of MT, but still a solid little squad. Eddie Curry, Darius Miles, Joe Caldwell, Wes Unseld. Solid squad right there. We're going to give that one an 8 out of 10. And then last but not least, we have got Max Maxwell. I'm normally spend and I snipe and play TTO a lot. Please give me any suggestions and please rate. I make upwards of 200k MT per day. Bruh, that's insane. Well, you haven't got any MT in this picture, so you must have just spent it all. Yeah, unbelievable. So you locked in for the Kevin Garnett. You've got reward cards like Tim Duncan down there. Obviously, you locked in the Thon Maker and LeBron set. Jesus. And you've got Yao Ming is definitely the weak point in this squad, without a shadow of a doubt. Yao Ming is not that dominant in this year's 2K. So I'd say Yao Ming's got to go. Bring in Galaxy Opal Kareem if you can afford it. Like you probably will be able to if you're making that much MT per day. Then go ahead and lock in the Kareem GOAT that comes out in a couple of days. That would be my advice. But yeah, other than that, it's another stupid good team, is it? It's another 9.8, 9 out of 10. Another crazy good team. But that's going to do it, guys, for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed. And like I said, there will be another episode being made off of this tweet right here. So if you're not in this one and you've already submitted your team, don't worry. You might be included in the next episode. So that's going to do it, guys. Hope you have enjoyed. As usual, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.